Oh, you could have did it on this if you wanted
It's
to.
okay. Shalom, brothers and sisters and warriors of the truth and Yahuah. I am going to be reading Hebrews 9. Now the first indeed have regulations of worship and the earthly set-apart place. For a tent was prepared, the first part in which was the lampstand and the table and the showbread, which is called the Kodesh place. And after the second veil, the part of the tent which is called most set apart, to which belonged the golden censer, and the ark of the covenant, overlaid on all sides with gold, in which were the golden pot that held the manna, and the rod of Aharon that budded, and the tablets of the covenant, and above it the cherubim of esteem were overshadowing the place of atonement, about which we do not now speak in detail. Roscoe, please go. And then, having been prepared like this, the priests always went into the first part of the tent, accomplishing the services. But in the second part of the high priest went alone once a year, not without blood, which he offered for himself and for sins of ignorance of the people. The Ruach HaKodesh signifying this, that the way into the most set-apart place was not yet made manifest, while the first tent has a standing, which was a parable for the present time, in which both gifts and slaughters are offered, which are unable to perfect the one serving as to his conscience, only as to foods and drinks, and different washings and fleshly regulations imposed until a time of setting things straight. But Mashiach, having become a high priest of the coming good things, through the greater and more perfect tent, not made with hands, not of this creation, entered into the most set apart place once for all, not with the blood of goats and calves, but with his own blood, having obtained everlasting redemption. For if the blood of bulls and goats and the ashes of the heifer sprinkled the defiled, sets apart for the cleansing of the flesh, and much more shall the blood of the Mashiach, who through the everlasting Ruach offered himself unblemished to Yahuah, cleanse your conscience from dead works to serve the living Yahuah. And because of this, he is the mediator of a renewed covenant, so that death having taken place for redemption of the transgressions under the first covenant, those who are called might receive the promise of everlasting inheritance. For where a covenant is, it is necessary for the death of the covenanted one to be established. For a covenant over those dead is firm, since it is never valid while the covenanted one is living. Therefore, not even the first was instituted without blood. For when according to Torah, every command has been spoken by Moshe to all the people, he took the blood of calves and goats with water and scarlet wool and hyssop, and sprinkled both the book itself and all the people, saying, sorry guys, this is the blood of the covenant which Yahuah commanded you. And in the same way he sprinkled with blood both the tent and all the vessels of the service. And according to the Torah, almost all is cleansed with blood, and without shedding of blood there is no forgiveness. It was necessary then that the copies of the heavenly ones should be cleansed with these, but the heavenly ones themselves with better slaughter offerings than these. For Mashiach has not entered into a Kodesh place made by hand, figures of the true,
No.
but into the heaven itself, now to appear in the presence of Yahuah on our behalf. Not that he should offer himself often, as the high priest enters into the set-apart place year by year with blood not his own. For if so, he would have had to suffer often since the foundation of the world. But now he has appeared once for all at the end of the ages to put away sin by the offering of himself. And as it awaits men to die once and after this judgment, so also the Mashiach, having been offered once to bear the sins of many, shall appear a second time apart from sin to those waiting for him to deliverance. Alright, I hope everyone has a blessed day. Yahuah bless you all, warriors of Yahuah and the truth. I love you all. Shalom.